I ain't gonna lie. Every time I walk up in this motherfucker, I'm like, damn, this shit nice up in here. So what's old Big Geo been up to? What's old Big Geo been up to?
I've been away for 3 days. I just woke up. The last thing I remember was the day Max took off his chain.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I was driving down by the beach. I swear to God, I seen. It looked like him and Juice. You know, they was like going down the river kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And like the song came on in my car. You know that one Paul Walker one where it said, "It's been a long day without you, my friend." And then I looked out there and I seen Chuck. He was like waving at him and shit from an island and shit. I think Lumpkin was with him too. and Pluty and Chipper and Jaden and every I don't know about Jaden. I don't know about Jaden.
I ain't gonna lie. I got a message in a bottle from Pluto the other day talking about it was real.
Damn. Like how you put a note in a bottle and wash that bitch out to sea.
So my mama, I pulled them. I said, what the fuck is this? I opened it up, popped the cork, boop, the note came out. Pluto, it was real, G. Damn.
Yeah. Damn. Now, I was more concerned though, you know, G, I was more concerned, you know, where you lie, you know, because I mean, the other day I asked you, you know, to do something. You obviously didn't do it, you know, obviously this dude's your friend, but, you know, I mean, you know, so I'm kind of wondering.
I'm kind of my friend.
I mean, you know, what was he really your friend though?
We argued all the time and shit. I might have not liked him sometimes, but at the end of the day, he was my friend. We was all friends.
I know that's right. You know, so I mean, you know, got me sitting here thinking. You know, I mean, you know, if you ain't gonna put in for the gang, I mean, you know, this guy shit on everything you believe. Well, not you. I don't know what you believe in, but everything I believe in. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I figure the only way out to life is, you know, your own boy. You know, the motherfucker who brought you in. To be honest, what I'm trying to say is really, I don't know where your loyalties lie right now. That's what I'm trying to say.
And I'm gonna keep it real.
I'm trying to see where your mind at. You feel me?
Because if you're a motherfucker that I can't trust, or if I gotta look at you while I'm driving down the street with one eye on you and one eye on the road, motherfucker, something ain't right. I can't look cross-eyed. I'm not made to look cross-eyed.
Smooth is getting old, and when he wake up, he do go cross-eyed sometimes, but he can't be cross-eyed all day and get that motherfucker dementia or something. You know how that shit be. You ain't there yet, Gio. You know, give it another 15 years. Give it another 15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
15 years.
Hell yeah, you a young buck. You a young buck.
Yeah,
shit.
You still drinking milk. I told you the other day you were still drinking milk.
Shit, what? I got like 20 years on you. Smooth got like 50 years on both of us. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna see eventually. You
getting the tow truck done?
Oh yeah.
You know, it's gonna be a couple decades from now.
When you get to my age, you're gonna understand a lot of things that you stood for. You're gonna be like, why in the fuck did I stood for this shit then? The fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's what I do now. Now that I'm older, a lot of shit that I did, I'm like, man, what the fuck I stood for that shit for?
Yeah. And obviously, you know.
But you know, on the news, they say niggas like you don't make it too long. I'm my bad.
Damn. I'm the 1 in 10,000 motherfucker. I'll survive. Like Django.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. I'll survive.
You wouldn't even make it to the stop sign.
I would make it to the stop sign.
But anyway,
like, I know how it is. I know how this gang shit is. I know when somebody, I'm not gonna lie, what he kind of did was kind of disrespectful, and I understand you wanted me to kill him, but at the same time,
kind of disrespectful. It was extremely disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
He felt extremely disrespected.
But how many times has he disrespected the whole game?
You got to look at it. You got to look at it from an outsider point of view, right? Someone who sit right back and watch this. And
you looking at it
hold on, Jay.
From his friend point of view.
Yeah. I'm looking at it as 2-3 months ago, Max was diehard ESB. That motherfucker said, man, fuck Gio. He only want to hang with CG all day. He only want to do this and that and the other, you know what I'm saying? And a couple 10 bombs later, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker start switching up real quick. You feel me? Like, now that's just being real. You know what I'm saying? Got a little taste. I'm just being real, gang. That's how it is. Motherfuckers switch up real motherfucking quick. And that's just how it is. You know, he always used to talk all that shit about you. Oh, man, Gio out there hanging out with them. They don't even hang out with us no more. Oh, it's the late night crew. Here go Gio going to hang out with his other gang. You know, it's cool. Hey, CG the other gang. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But that's just a fact. I'm sitting back watching this happen, and I see him talking about, oh, this and that. You know, Gio out here, he ain't holding it down like he should, which in my opinion, you was sliding on all the ops, clapping up everybody. You know, but then he slowly started, you know, following your path and doing the same kind of shit, you know, which is cool. You know, like I said, I don't care about y'all motherfuckers hanging out with CG. They're the gang, whatever. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, I mean, this motherfucker once he start hanging out with them, then he gonna start disrespecting the flag, taking off his colors, and, you know, acting weird as fuck.
You tell me. I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
Look, he felt disrespected. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes people are looking at him like he a fucking stranger. Sometimes I get that look.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's because your boys, you know, well, maybe not your boys, but my boys and everybody on the block. I mean, a majority of them, I mean, they loyal to the fucking bone. You know what I'm saying? Most of these guys been around me for 8-10 years. You know what I'm saying? You know, then you got this new guy come in and outrank him, you know, start recruiting other motherfucking librarians and shit. Motherfuckers who, you know, some of them are pretty cool. Most of them are pretty cool. You know, I like most of the guys that, you know, y'all brought in or whatever, but, you know, in reality, they see these motherfuckers getting recruited and they out there spinning the block and they question themselves like, damn, why is this guy been in the gang 3 months? And, you know what I'm saying? Now he out here recruiting all motherfuckers and then they out here sliding. Really, that's just how it is, you know, to be honest.
That's the way it is, though, sometimes. Sometimes you could be working a job for a year, and some dude that got hired yesterday will be above you.
That is true. That's
just the way it is in life.
Yeah.
You meant to do what you meant to do in life. Not everybody is meant for everything. Sometimes you got to know your position.
Yeah, but just because you know your position, or just because you think your position is that, don't give you the right to shit on the next man in their position around this bitch. And that's what I ain't going to tolerate. You know what I mean? Because I am one of them. Because I am one of them people. I am a grinder. So when you say a grinder, or when Max got on the radio and called his talking shit to my grinders, you're talking shit to me also. Because I put that squad together. You can't run around here and talk shit to the same gang that you get on the radio and ask shit for. Where do that make sense at, bro? And then you expect everybody to be cool with you? You expect everybody to be buddy-buddy? You on the radio every day calling them losers, calling them toothpicks, calling them dummies, and you expect for these same motherfuckers that you call dummies to have your back? Or you expect for these motherfuckers to keep giving you shit? It wasn't going to happen, bro. Let's be real. He did that to himself, bro. He distanced himself from the game.
Yep.
He distanced himself from the game.
I see both sides. I really do. I understand why Max was pissed. I understand why you guys was pissed. And I think that shit went hand in hand. But at the end of the day, those were my friends. You guys asking me to kill him was fucking brutal. How am I supposed to kill him? How many times I vouched for him? I love that motherfucker. Even though he was a little fucked up, he was still my boy. All of them were. And no offense, I'm just going to say how it is. I look around the block. I'm seeing all these motherfucking people. I'm like, damn, like, they cool people, but they're not my people. They're not my boys. You know, I miss my boys.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, they might not be your people, but they was in this gang before you was, gang. You feel me? They my people. And you out here treating them like dog shit. Whether they can hold a gun and run around and mindlessly shoot motherfuckers.
Yes, the fuck you did.
You know, let's be real.
Yeah, you did, Gio. I'm not going to sit there and let you lie like that.
When did I call? I didn't treat nobody like dog shit.
Gio, when you told them boys that, Gio, when
I
you
was
told them
fucking with
boys,
them.
when you called them toothpicks and called them and told them you don't trust them, you wasn't fucking with them, nigga.
That was months ago, and I did it one time.
It doesn't matter. You say it one time, it sticks to motherfuckers' brains. I try to tell you that, bro. If you think a motherfucker is useless, and if you think a motherfucker is a toothpick, you keep that to yourself. But you keep letting that motherfucker work for you, bro. I told you that. I told you how to play.
No, hold on. I didn't say he was fucking useless.
Bro,
I didn't say he was fucking useless. And I was fucking with them when I said toothpicks. When I said that shit in CG court, calling everybody toothpicks.
Oh, I knew you was trolling there. I knew you was trolling there, 100%.
I don't genuinely. I think.
But you've told me.
Because somebody can't shoot doesn't mean I think they're useless. I think everybody got something they're good at. If people think that I'm calling them useless because they can't shoot, that's their fucking problem. That ain't my fucking problem.
I mean, so let's be real. What else would you be calling useless for, then? Let's be honest.
I didn't call nobody useless. That might have been Max, but it wasn't fucking me, that's for sure. And fuck, if Max wants to call somebody useless, that's his fucking opinion. He can call them useless if he wants. Everybody got their own right. People might think I'm a dick rider. People might think I'm cool. Some people might think I'm this, that. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I do what I think is best.
Well, I mean, there was a few times you told me like, man, I come around like I don't even like coming to the block because I don't know any of these motherfuckers. I don't know any of these motherfuckers. I don't do jobs with them. I don't do this. What do they do for me? Like, and then at the same time, look, I'm just as much friends with Chain Gang as you is. Shit, I'm more friends. I've known them cats for nearly a decade. But you know what I'm saying? I'm out here trying to make my own path. You feel me? And that's how I always been. I make my own path, And I know you told me, what, like a month back, you say you ain't really even want the OG position. You more of a follower than a leader.
More like a sergeant. No. I can lead a group. I can't lead a whole fucking gang. And that's just being honest. I can't lead a whole gang. I can lead a group of people, but I can't lead no fucking gang.
Yeah. Yeah.
My position in this gang was never meant to be a leader. I was more like the fuck around dude.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why nobody really even had respect. Shit, not even my own people. I'll lead a war, but I won't lead a whole gang. I know how to handle a war, but not a gang.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna be honest. They are your people. I know them like they're cool, and I think they're cool people. But I'm not gonna have the same. I'm supposed to have the same love I have for everybody in the gang. But obviously, you love J-Dog a little bit more than somebody else, and that's how I felt for Max. Or fucking Chuck, or whoever the fuck.
I mean, I look at it as like, I wouldn't say I like J-Dog or Smooth over anyone else. I mean, if you've been around as long as him, I like everybody the same, to be honest. Some days I'll talk shit to J-Dog. Shit, sometimes I'll even say some shit to Smooth.
This motherfucker he shit talks to me all the fucking time, man. You ain't seen it, man.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey, if you loyal to me, I'm loyal to you. That's just how it is. I got this motherfucker back. Anybody back who got my back 110%, and I know you've had my back. You've been out there, you know what I'm saying, holding it down for the gang. I just don't know if you're hard in the right place anymore.
If I'm speaking honestly, I'm a little disillusioned with it all. I mean, I see my friend get fucking that shit happen to him where he's pissed and everybody arguing, and I'm trying to resolve the shit, and the shit just goes out of fucking control.
Can't say I ain't see this coming.
And now I'm seeing everybody coming back. That's wonderful. Where was everybody weeks ago?
Well, I mean, when they getting benched all the time, no one's bringing them on jobs. You're bringing a bunch of new guys who just flew in the city for only a couple weeks, and they in the top 5, you know what I'm saying? Nah, he ain't flopping. I'm about to kick him. I ain't gonna lie.
Who?
Wait, what do you mean? Who? Which one? Like who was what? Like, not wanting to come around?
Chuck was around for a couple months. Wesley was around since fucking the first Hades War.
Yeah, no, they've been around, but let's be honest. How often would they be waking up and actually chilling on the block? Them motherfuckers would only wake up when it was wartime. Let's just except Chuck. Chuck was here every day. That's a fact. Chuck was here every day.
I mean,
but most of them other guys, they'd only wake up when it's time to slide. Like, let's be real. Hey, all I'm saying.
Come from with that.
Some of them
didn't.
None of my boys None of them motherfuckers got caught in the purge. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why motherfuckers did get caught in the purge. Because obviously they was doing shit they probably shouldn't have been doing, you know, like only waking up to slide and clap motherfuckers. You feel me? Like, it's not hard to see, especially from an outsider point of view. Motherfuckers wake up just to go slide on OTT. Like, you don't need the A team and Team fucking USA to clap that clown. Let's be real. You probably go 1v5 that motherfucker.
Shit, we were doing it without any of them. We were smoking OTT with me, Smooth, Ghost, Juice, and fucking.
Wait, who woke up for the OTT shit though?
Nah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like in general. I ain't giving no actual factual shit here. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, I was the one that was mixing up the 5. I didn't want fucking Team USA going to hunt them down. I sent out the girls.
Hold on.
I mixed up the shit.
Nah, and I do agree there have been, you know, a couple times where we send a random couple 5 of idiots, you know, or the girls, and you know, they go do whatever the fuck they want to do. But yeah, I mean, that's just, you know, like I said, that's just from my point of view as an outsider who ain't been around, you know what I'm saying, who's just sitting back on the sidelines watching it go down. You know, how many times have you told me, man, I don't know anybody on this block. Motherfuckers ain't got too much personality, and I'm not gonna lie. The motherfuckers you brought around, not a lick of them motherfuckers had personality. I mean, Chuck did, because he was my bastard, you know what I'm saying, so he wanted to impress his daddy. But, I mean, hey, I mean, Wesley sometimes told a funny joke once in a fucking blue moon, but.
So what are you trying to say?
Well,
What you gonna do?
I mean, you my boy, right? And I always look at you like my homeboy. Because, I mean, to be honest, in my stead, you did hold it down for the gang. You clapped a lot of enemies to the crown. You know what I'm saying? A lot of enemies to the throne you was packing up. But I feel like, you know, I think it might be time for Gio to part ways. And I ain't even talking about on no blood out type shit. I'm talking, you know, here, homeboy to homeboy, man to man. I really, you know, I mean, all your boys is gone. You feel like you don't get along with anyone on the block, you know? So you might as well go do whatever fuck you want to do. Be it hang with Chang Gang or join Chang Gang. I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like shit slowly changed. You know, when you first started coming around, shit, you was having the best time of your life with the gang.
It was amazing when I first came around.
Yep.
Remember them first times?
Yep.
It was so lively. It had the church and everything. It was beautiful.
That's right.
I miss them days.
Yeah. But you
Shit,
know, I try.
miss you.
I know, I know that.
Remember me and you hopping in the car and we was clapping them ghosts and that Mac 10 we got? That was our
God,
first
that shit was
automatic.
fire.
We was on the
God, that shit
fucking
was
bridge.
fire.
Remember fucking Pablito? He shot you.
Oh man,
He was like,
I ain't gonna lie, I miss Pablito.
Pablito was so funny.
Yep.
That was good ass times. We got our first automatics. We was laughing at them ghosts, and then we went to Ghost Block and we wiped the whole block. 16 people.
Foundation wiped they shit too.
They sent out 5. We killed that 5, and then we went to the block and we killed the rest of them. And they was crying. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my God! Remember when Ghost was everybody's enemy?
God, that was the times. That was the time.
The church. Siglo used to do his pastor shit every day, and then we was pushing drugs out the back. It was badass. Those were good ass times, and I miss them times. I feel like lately, I don't know. I was never meant to be an OG. I was never meant. I know you made me an OG and shit, but let's be honest. I'm like a soldier dude, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't no fucking leader. And you know, I like doing my own shit. Like I just go out and I do shit half the time. But it's nice. I don't know. It was nice to have you around.
Hell yeah. Well, I know I said before I'm gonna start coming back around. And obviously, you know, I felt like y'all had it under control. And to be honest, you know, there was more pressing matters that needed to be tended to. And you know exactly what that was. You know what I'm saying? Hey, city needed a hero. You feel me? Needed somebody with a lick of personality who ain't trying to do, you know what I'm saying, some crazy shit.
I completely respect why you went around.
You know, I was trying to. I wasn't just trying to better our gang. I was trying to better everyone. You know what I'm saying?
You did.
But
I respect you for that, but at the same time, shit was falling apart. I mean, it slowly. I don't know if the vibe would just felt wrong. You know what I'm talking about, Smooth, or no? You feel like over time it just kind of got more and more bad.
The vibe did feel wrong, and the vibe was off. And I will tell you, and don't take this the wrong way, because your boys drew a divider in this game, bro.
it is true. I mean, look at Addy. This dude sees beef on the block the other day.
Okay,
How's
that
he
dude
even
wakes
know
up like
fucking
once a month.
Yeah, but the thing is, how he even know people is beefing on the block, and he wake up start being weird as fuck. The dude's a fucking weirdo, bro. Like, I'm just being real. Like, he's like kind of like, you know, he can be funny sometimes, but in fucking reality, Buddy's a fucking freak, bro. Like, let's be honest. Motherfucker wake up because you over here pressing juice, wake up out of nowhere, go in and try to start some random drama because dude's a clown. Like, that's just how it is, bro.
Something that happened fucking weeks ago.
Nah, this was, yeah, like bring up something from 5 months ago. Like, buddy, what are you even talking about? And that's exactly why most of them motherfuckers is out on a boat right now. And that's just being 100. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give a fuck about this city. Them motherfuckers want to, you know, they motherfuckers only care about themselves. That's just how it is. That's how it always be around this shit. I've been around this game a long time. I've been in these streets a long time, and I'm gonna be a long time. You know, but and honestly, I felt like you guys was holding it down. That's really why I didn't, you know, I didn't think like y'all needed me back. But obviously, you know, I see, you know, shit really ain't going the way I'd like it to go. So, here I am. And I'm gonna be back every single motherfucking day. And we gonna be out there doing all kinds of shit, but you know, that's beyond the point. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to talk about that right now. I know motherfuckers be like, Tyrone, he never around. He ain't gonna wake up. He say he coming. Hey, what going on, Mr. K?
Bro, would you have a court case that needs to be done? What's going on with that?
Nah, I was thinking about it, but probably not. It's, you know me, I like skating under the radar. Huh? Yeah, I like skating under the radar. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
I'll think about it though. Yeah, for real. Hey, I like to keep it low key.
Y'all at war and shit?
Nah, we ain't beefing with nobody right now.
Oh,
Matter of fact, I was talking. I don't even know. I don't even know, to be honest. You know, once the purge hit, motherfuckers started getting lippy. You know, that's what the court case was gonna be about. You know, motherfuckers. But I guess I misunderstood the whole thing. Because I actually talked to OTT earlier today. He hit me up and was like, "Look,
cleared some shit up." Okay.
Yeah, cleared some shit up. You know, we talked about it a little bit, but
shit.
Yeah,
what's going on with Oh shit!
I'm talking to your stepson. I'm talking to your stepson, Gio, right now. Matter of fact.
Shit, what's Gio doing? He misbehaving?
Yeah, nah, he ain't misbehaving. You know, we just talking about, what the future holds. Wait, did you say you depressed?
He been all depressed. He told me.
Oh yeah, nah, he has been depressed, boy. Shit, not even just Max.
Pay my respects.
This motherfucker's whole entourage just got fucking killed off.
Hello.
Damn, Joe. Well, all right, man. We'll be in touch then.
All right, holla at me, gang. Hey, that motherfucker funny. I was telling him I wanted to go to a CG court with the king, and it was gonna get real toxic. Probably not the best idea. Probably not the best idea.
It'll probably get real bad.
Exactly. So I just, me and him hit each other. Well, he hit me up and we was talking. So it's better that we don't clash. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep shit. I try to keep shit friendly, especially these days. I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got all that, you know what I'm saying, pent up anger in me. Now I'm like sitting back on the couch, retiring, watching my kin grow up.
So what, you want to take him to court today? Or
hell no. I ain't taking that motherfucker to court. Nah, that shit would get.
You should do it.
I ain't gonna lie. It would be fucking hilarious. Could you imagine all the great clips that we could put on that board? Could you imagine? Hey, that shit would be funny as fuck, but it really ain't worth it, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm,
Well,
listen, I was trying to see what's on your mind pretty much.
I'm gonna be honest, not even on some like, I'm not trying to speak my opinion shit, but hold on.
Just say how you feel it. Don't bite your tongue.
I'm not gonna bite my tongue.
I ain't gonna be
love you,
mad.
and
I ain't gonna be mad if you say you want to leave. It is what it is. I ain't gonna lie. I've sensed this shit for months. You know, within the first 2 weeks, I recruited you. You know how many of the main boys told me? Said, nah. They said, he gonna flop. Guaranteed. 110% he flopping. And, BJ looked me in my eyes. He said, Tyrone, Giosa will flop on you. I know this 110%. He will flop eventually. I know his kind of type. And you can't trust him. And I said, well, listen, I like Gio. So I'm going to try to trust him. Then you don't kill Max. You say he's your buddy, but 3 days prior, you didn't even like that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He said, Tyrone, you want to kick Max from the gang? Kick his ass. I don't even like him. You know what I'm saying? But now he gonna throw down his chain and I want you to kill him. All of a sudden, it's a fucking problem.
One day me and Max would argue, one day we wouldn't. That doesn't mean I don't love the motherfucker. He's my day one. I've known him for years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I loved all them motherfuckers. And to be honest,
I know.
And I don't even feel loved out there. I ain't gonna lie. I felt loved with my boys. But I didn't feel loved out there.
But you know what? They should have been your boys too, though.
Everybody was my boys. But I feel like there's some tension. There's always gonna be some tension.
Hold on a sec. Who all awake right now? Is Benji awake?
Yo,
what's up? Benji's away.
Benji, come in the house.
The people that I love the most is you, Benji, and Smooth.
Hold on, let me get Big Benji in.
Slim, I just parked that RX-7, but I don't know where it's gone.
Doors open, Benji.
I got keys, I just lost your car somewhere.
Rap King.
What up? We was just talking to Gio about the whole shit that's going down.
What you think about this whole mess, Benji?
I want my bottle. What do I think about it?
And speak it true. We ain't biting tongues in here. I've been telling Gio exactly how I'm feeling. And you know how I be feeling. Because we done talked about this shit.
What's your plans, Gio?
I don't know what the plan is, man. I just lost everybody that I cared about. Sure, they were some fucked up individuals, but they were still my people. They were your shit. They were your they were your friends just as much as they were my friends.
Yeah. How do I sit down on this bitch? There we go.
There you go. You looking comfy.
Yeah, they were cool people. They were funny people. I love them all.
What do you think?
It's up to you, mate. You got to decide what you want to do. What do you want to do? You got to tell me.
I mean, because in reality, listen,
do, man.
Benji brought you to me. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Benji, we would have never even met. That's just being real.
That's true.
I would have never met Pablito. I would have never met you. I forget the third guy that y'all was with that day when y'all, maybe it was all three. I think it was Benji, Gio, and Pablito. I can't 100% remember, but time flies, and when you getting old, you know what I'm saying, you forget shit.
Obviously, if I didn't know you guys, I wouldn't really have anything. I'd just be another dude on the street. You guys put me on. Shit, you brought me into the ballers. You guys let me pretty much do my own thing. And shit, I love you guys for that. I love all you dudes. But it feels like over time there was some tension, and it's just like the shit spiraled. It was just bad vibes. Half the day.
I mean, hold on. Let me butt in. Let me get a rebuttal. We let you into the gang. And then I pretty much gave your ass full range. I
but I
gave you
wasn't
power
ready
to
for that.
recruit. I gave you power to try to blood people out. If you didn't like them, go to Smooth and y'all talk about it in J-Dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I wasn't ready for that. You can't fault me for that. If I'm not ready to be an OG,
So then what
I'm
you
just
should have
not.
said. So then what you should have said, respectfully. the
Serenity,
day
don't
that
be
he
typing
offered-
weird shit
I
in the
knew
channel.
You wasn't ready. The day that he offered it to you, respectfully, you should have said, "OG, thank you, but this ain't me."
I
This
should have
ain't me.
said that really.
Yep. Matter of fact, you're the one that wanted it. I didn't even offer it.
Exactly.
You was like, man, I'm not
You
even an
wanted
OG in this gang. I can't even recruit nobody. I can't do this. I can't do that. I gotta ask if I want to do something. So I said, all right, motherfucker, I'll let you do it. Do whatever the fuck you want. Did I not?
I don't remember, honestly. I don't remember.
Yo, Slim.
I think I was recruiting people anyways. Who the fuck did I even
Yeah,
recruit?
you were bringing
boy,
people in
yeah.
and having them. I would have you
in the
introduce them
house.
to Smooth, you know. And I said, I told
down the
Smooth,
block.
I said,
Oh,
look,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
if Gio got some of his friends he want to join, you know, vet him out, give him a chance, you know. But then it became to the point where you could put motherfuckers on missions. You could get them out there. Matter of fact, I just met a motherfucker last night named X, and he said, yeah, Gio put me on a mission 3 months ago to kill Draco, and I smoked his ass. He said, sir, I might have been put in the ICU for about 2 months, but now I'm back. I said, I don't even know who the fuck you is, X. I ain't gonna lie. I asked on the radio, hey, who the fuck is X? Everyone said, nah, I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know him. But then, what is it?
Wait, who
Someone
is that?
said, I don't know. He said he knew you. And someone said, yeah, that's what he
You
said.
don't
his name
remember
was,
X and Jacob who came round with fucking Chuck? They left the burgers, killed Draco on top of the dome. You sent them up there to kill him.
And they try. Yeah, remember?
Oh,
Because I
fuck
told
them
him.
dudes. Only dude I cared about was fucking Chuck.
Well, he was
Chuck
trying
was
to
like
he
a
was trying to
mini
hang around last night. And I told him, I said, look, I'll make some inquiries, you know what I'm saying? But
No more fucking librarians.
oh no, 100%.
I mean, but you.
We
brought
weeding
my
that
brother.
shit out. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, real shit.
you
You
bring
can't hold on. You can't
say that when
say
you bring librarians,
you
bro.
can't say no librarians when your ass was the lead department
Hold
of
on.
librarians
Bro,
fucking
I remember-
I was
recruitment.
not
Bro.
leading the department of
Bro,
librarians.
Hey.
they all had brand new library cards. Brand new
All's I'm
library
saying-
cards.
Hey,
All of them have brand new library
when I
cards.
was awake
First
on the
class.
block every
Chuck was
day, when
fun.
I was awake on the block every day, Baller Block was the most booming block in this fucking city. We had the
Because
church, we
Ballers
had
is
the
your
court,
baby.
we had everything. Wait, what you
Ballers-
say?
Ballers is your baby. People will never respect me like they do you for the ballers. That's just the way the shit is. I can't make the shit booming
Bro,
because
you
I don't
gotta,
know how to do
bro,
it.
you gotta earn that. Motherfuckers respect me, and this ain't my game.
For real, Smooth came around. I already had motherfuckers in the gang. Smooth came in the city late. And I said, look, this how it is. This your OG right here. This is Big Smooth. He been rocking with me for motherfucking 7 years. You know what I'm saying? And they might not have liked it at first, but shit, over time, these motherfuckers love Smooth. That's because Smooth loved the gang. And I just don't feel like it's the same with you. I feel like, you know, I ain't gonna say that same shit like I said with Max, you know, but I feel like, you know, once you got a little taste, once you get a little taste, you know what I'm saying, you can't go back.
Talking about chain gang?
I mean, kind of, yeah.
had one of them.
Like, I've been hanging out with them dudes.
And I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no fucking problem with that at all. But I just feel like, you know, you can hang out with them motherfuckers all the time and still, you know what I'm saying, get respect from your boys too, you know?
Yeah, back in the day, Tyrone used to do that shit all the time. He'd go do jobs with them, go help them out on shit, but he still came back to the block and everybody.
And you got to understand, I've seen this shit a million times,
man, I
bro.
haven't
A
decrypted
million
Tyrone, is that
times.
it?
You know how many motherfuckers I had in the gang and ended up
no,
kicking
no.
out or ended up doing some of the same shit?
And then a blueprint
Pretty
of
much the
USB
same
with
shit.
Data. What's that?
You've been around a lot longer than I have. You've
Need
seen
that
this shit
shit?
a million times, yeah, I'm sure.
Yep. So, you know, once I start seeing signs, I'm like, you know, it ain't gonna be long. It ain't gonna be long for a motherfucker flop. And you know me, loyalty's everything to me. Everything.
I feel like I'm being painted as the bad dude here.
Nah, I ain't painting you as a bad dude. If that was the case, I'll just kick your ass out and blood you out. But even if I did kick you out, I wouldn't even blood you out because you my boy. And you held it down for the gang. Whether you was friends with some of the dudes I got in the gang, you was out there still sliding for the gang. And to me, that means a lot. It would be more of like a parting of ways kind of thing.
All right, I'm finally out of my traffic stop. They made me beat feet.
Bro, where are you?
Well, like I said, whatever happens,
I'm here.
I just want you guys to know that
because I don't know where to go.
I really wouldn't have shit without you guys. I'd be some random dude walking around the street.
Listen, I ain't trying to look at. I don't look at shit like, oh, I put you on. You would never hear me say that. I would never say that. That's not me. I give everyone in the streets a fucking chance. I talk to everybody in the streets. There's a reason why you can go in any motherfucking city from here to motherfucking Istanbul and they know Tyrone Biggs because I go around and everybody know me. I give everybody the time of day. And if I fuck with a motherfucker, shit, I'll bring him into the gang. And even though my highest ranking, most loyal OG, Bobby Johnson, he said, do not trust this motherfucker. I said, I like him. He's my boy. You know, we was clicking since day one. You know what I'm saying? So I kept you around. Even though BJ wanted to kill your ass first day he met you.
He didn't like me.
Nah, because he you said some shit to him. You said some shit to him or something like, I forget what you said. I forget what you said. It was about like you and him riding together and I can't fucking remember the whole situation.
How many people didn't like me when I first joined? Everybody didn't.
Everyone liked you. Everyone liked you.
I gave you keys, my boy.
The thing is, when I'm around every day, you know what I'm saying? When
I didn't.
Oh yeah, maybe Smooth hated your ass too.
Oh hell.
But I don't like nobody when they first come to the
Yeah, that's a Smooth. He don't like nobody.
I don't like nobody, bro, that first comes to this gang. I don't trust nobody when they first come to this gang, bro. So yeah, so it wasn't nothing personal. But I'll be real, I was one of the ones that didn't like you at first. But then you grew on me. You became my other, you know, you know. I didn't even give you the pass a few times. It was just a few.
Real. You got anything to say, Benji?
I don't know. It's up to him, isn't it?
I'm just more trying to see what's on people's mind right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm by the trap.
While I blaze it up.
All right, we got it.
I'm upset about.
All right, I'm running through Mega Mall.
On my friends, but what do you think,
J-Dog?
J-Dog?
You coming, dog? Yeah, I'm
Man, J-Dog, that motherfucker don't think. He's a loot hound, bro. This motherfucker, he's thinking about the next car he want to go chop, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude got $7 million in the bank, bro. You think this motherfucker think, bro? Nah, J-Dog a mindless soldier, bro. If I ask J-Dog to do something, he don't even fucking think about it. He just get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we'll pick you up.
No, I didn't kick him yet. I did say maybe it's time we part ways.
What the fuck am I catching strays for? I didn't even do nothing.
I'm just saying, you like a loyal fucking beast, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's being real. He loyal to the bone.
You know, all this shit started over Juice. You know, this whole fucking dilemma just.
And the funny thing is,
fucking stupid.
Juice was a good guy. Sure, he might have fucked up a couple times, but I'll tell you right now, Juice got a lot more hours on this motherfucking block than any of your boys. Any of your boys.
No, that ain't true.
That is true.
Yes, it is.
He stopped waking up for months, and then he just.
It don't matter waking
back.
up. Juice still putting more time than any of your boys that's been awoke, brother.
Juice used to be awake 15 hours a day.
With me, faithfully.
I'll tell you right now, I have a list.
But yeah, Juice gone. That motherfucker washed out with the driftwood. You know what I'm saying? That's just being real. And I'm not saying I like Juice over any of them other guys. To be honest, I look at everybody the same. You know what I'm saying? If I don't know you, and I don't know you like that, and I don't got your full trust, and you don't got my full trust, and I look at you the
it's gotta
same way
be
I look at
any,
any motherfuckers.
blue
Like,
blood.
there's some people in this gang still that I don't
like
even know they
hard blood
fucking
or hard
names, and
blood,
I ain't gonna
any
lie, I'm
blue
probably
rarity
gonna
blood.
fucking kill them off,
Yeah,
to be honest with you.
That's the same way I feel.
Five of those planks.
But, you know, I feel like a lot of these names that are around, you know, that I don't know, it's like, you know, they got recruited when I wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? So it's understandable why I don't know their name. You know, but you do need grinders out there. You need motherfuckers dumpster diving. You know what I'm saying? You need the different divisions. You need the personalities. You need the grinders. You know what I'm saying? You need a couple of killers like South gotta be. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, shit, yesterday I was on the block. There was 37 motherfuckers down here. Commissioner came down here with the whole fucking SWAT force. Boy, tried to raid the block. He seen fucking 40 of us out here. And that was after the purge. Is Jamal still around? I don't know.
So I'm confused, man. I feel like I'm the bad dude for bringing around some.
No.
people and shit.
I don't think you the bad dude. I mean, like I said, I mean, even though I didn't know them guys, I get along with anybody. I'm a pretty easygoing kind of guy. Matter of fact, I'm probably the most easygoing motherfucker you ever gonna meet. You know, shit ain't like it used to be. Shit ain't like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? I used to be motherfucker.
You understand.
I know.
hope you know that you like one of my like favorite people I know. But at the same time, you say that we're supposed to have killers and grinders and shit. But I feel like, okay, well, I know a couple killers.
Yeah.
Right? Chuck, I definitely brought around.
My head real quick.
I like Chuck.
Oh, okay.
Right? He's cool. He was funny too. Dude is a funny guy. And you know, Max is my boy, obviously.
Yeah, no, Chuck was funny. I like Chuck.
I don't know. You say we have all these fucking librarians, but we need killers at the same time. I'm confused.
I mean, you know, you could be a killer and not be a fucking librarian.
That's true, but
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it's kind of hard to find the full package. It's kind of hard to find the full package. You ain't gonna really find many motherfuckers who be out there getting money, killing motherfuckers, and grinding, and talking to the whole city. It just don't work like that. Motherfuckers ain't got that motherfucking mental capacity to do such things. They normally good at one thing and one thing only. Like, that's just how it is. You know, it's very small percentage of motherfuckers that, you know, dabble into every category. You need your drivers. You know what I'm saying? You need your hackers. You need your grinders, the dumpster divers. And I know you look at me like, you know, your homeboy. We've talked before. You know what I'm saying? I look at you like my boy. If not, I would have already kicked your ass out the gang, and I'm just being real. But you know, when the whole shit with Max go down,
I understand why you did what you did. 100%. He disrespected your gang, and it is your gang, and him throwing that chain was disrespectful. I understand that, but at the same time, he's my friend. I can't kill my friend. That's just the way it was. Not even on some like disrespecting the gang shit. That's my friend, flat out. That's like killing like shit. If I had to kill Benji, it'd be the same way, or anybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Vinny calling me.
Answer. Put on speaker. Let's see what he's saying.
Hey, good afternoon.
Oh, what do you do, you fat bitch?
What's going on?
What are you doing?
I'm talking with Tyrone about my future.
Why? Where are you?
I'm at the block.
Shit, we can have the stepdaddies come over if they want.
Yeah, you can come over.
We could bring in the OGs of the OGs.
I just was buying some food at Horny.
I bet.
I'll come pick you up. I'll scoop you up, big dog.
Did he say he was coming?
Say less.
Yeah.
Yeah, still fun. Yo, what up, Big Vin? How we living, baby? How we living?
Good, good. Where Gio at? Inside?
Yeah, be inside. Come on in. Come on in.
Let's go talk. Let's go talk.
So you right. We locked this so them motherfuckers wander up in here.
What up, boys?
What up? What up?
What's up, boy?
What up, Vinny?
Tyrone, can I have a word? Nothing against you boys. Can I have a word with Tyrone, Smooth, and Gio quick?
Yep. Let's come on back here. Come on back here. And just whisper, just whisper or
There's a
whatever.
lot of drama going
Just
on
whisper,
with over here. I heard there's a lot of shit going on over here with the ballers these days, huh?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's really the ballers, you know what I'm saying? It's more so, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I feel like shit just ain't operating how in my mind it should be. You know what I'm saying? And I know Gio be hanging with y'all a lot, which I tell this motherfucker a million times I don't give a fuck about. Y'all pretty much family, you know what I'm saying? Even though we ain't the same gang, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. He hang with y'all. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
At the same time, you go slide on the gangs that we at war with, but at the end of the day, as soon as that war is over, you heading right back to chain gang block. You know what I'm saying? Which ain't a problem. I don't give a fuck. But you know, you're talking about all the people on the block. You know, you say you don't know none of these guys.
That's not true.
Not completely.
Listen, I didn't come here for the drama that's going on with ESB, but Gio, are you gonna be staying with ESB? Because if so, then obviously I want to put you onto something.
Put me onto something?
What else do we need for that wet documents? Just ammo and armor?
Yep. Like, all right, you know what, Gio? Give me a minute with Smooth and Tyrone.
Wait, Edro, did you grab the blowtorches?
You can come back.
Yeah, I got blowtorches on me.
What's the deal with him?
All right, so
We'll be back.
Now, here's the reason why.
I can't remember
okay?
the fuck I put the blowtorch, but I had one on me before.
Smooth, your phone's ringing, huh? You understand the context to it now?
What is it like? Caller ID shit or something?
I'm chaos.
Oh shit. Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna be real.
So,
and I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna be real. I don't want him staying just because you're offering.
Yeah, real. 100%.
That made it that right there, bro. Right there, kind of set up like a thing where if he says yes, he's staying for one reason, not because he's here for the gang, it's because he's here.
I have more respect for y'all, right? I know Tyrone for fucking many moons, right? And I know Gio had this shit going on with the auction stuff.
Okay? And he was doing a good job with that. He was.
Yeah. So I was coming here to say, you know, since we're family and fucking you guys want to get shit done, and I know Gio had this whole auction shit, I would work directly with you guys instead of doing the whole thing work around with chaos, is my point.
Yeah, for sure. That does sound dope. But like Smooth said, you know, we don't want him to stick around just because you offering him, you know what I'm saying, a good opportunity. You feel me? Like, if this motherfucker's mind ain't in the right place.
Yeah, like, I don't know the context of what's going on with the crew and shit.
Let me just fill you in. Let me fill you in. I won't go into the full breakdown, you know, but pretty much Gio, he don't really like none of the gang members, you know. He might not badmouth them all the time, but in reality, they're not his boys. Sadly, all his boys, you know where they at. You know what I'm saying? Got caught up in the driftwood, out to sea.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. None of my guys got caught in that purge, except, you know, there was one, you know, juiced out there as well. But, you know, that's just because he was being a fucking moron, you know, doing dumb shit. And, but that's besides the point, you know. So I just feel like his mind ain't in the right place, you know. Sure, he slide for the gang. Sure, he still wears purple flag on his wrist, you know. And when someone talks shit about Eastside Ballers, you know, he slide on them, and that's dope, and I respect that. And you know, Gio gonna be my friend even if I do decide to part ways with him. But
yeah, because that's why, like, I'm only gonna work directly with him if it's for you guys. You understand? Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna work with him if he's not going to be rolling with you. Because Tyrone, it's about you. It's about Smooth. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that's why, like, it's a weird fucking situation to come to, because I really want to help him out with his shit, but it also is mainly because of you.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why, like, I'm on the, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. So pretty much, you know, like I said, he just don't look at any of the gang members like his gang members. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes have been around me for years. You know, some of them been around a little bit, you know, a little bit shorter than the others. But at the end of the day, you know, like motherfuckers like, you know, for instance, my boy Gunna. You know, sure, he was in the 5 a lot, but he also got benched a lot. Gunna been around a long time, and he loyal to the bone. Let's be honest. Yeah. That's fucking Zakid's brother. You know what I'm saying? He probably could have got down with you guys if he wanted to, but I offered him a hand, and he said he didn't even want to fucking join me. He liked racing, doing all this shit. You know, but then all of a sudden, 3 months later, he finally come back and say, look, Tyrone, is that offer still on the table? Can I come ride with you guys? Like, hell yeah, let's slide. You know, and he been loyal to the bone. You know what I'm saying? Gunna and Viper, they cool as fuck. Yeah. And you know, when heads start butting in the gang because, you know, oh, motherfucker librarian, like, buddy, look in the fucking mirror. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to judge nobody, but, you know, Sergio has gotten a lot better over the months. You know, he does try a lot harder now, and especially with that gun auction shit, he did really good. There ain't no denying that. And, you know, but when the shit with Max came around, where Max has thrown his chain on the ground, Gio defended him 3 times. He's done this 3 times, thrown his chain on the ground, thrown his shoes on the ground. Yeah. And Gio's like, nah, please don't kick him. Please don't kick him. He's like my best friend. You know, so I said, all right, well, we'll give him one more chance. But 3rd strikes, your ass out. You know, and then he gonna come to the block one day. We sitting there having an argument, and he don't even want to talk to the guy that's arguing with him. So he just pull out his gun and shoots him. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he take off his chain and throw him right after he shoot our boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what would y'all do to a chain gang member that did that? Y'all fucking kill his ass off, especially if it's a newcomer that's been around 2 fucking months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and the main thing is, like, this dude Max used to talk shit on Gio. Yo, you never with us. Why ain't you hanging out with your own gang? You never want to ride with ESB. You never want to do this. You always with the night crew, always hanging out with Chain Gang, which that ain't a problem. I don't give a fuck. And I would tell Max, like, yo, it's cool. Let him rock with him. But then Max's mind started doing the same thing. You know, he started chilling with y'all, started acting like your twin brother, and that shit was pretty funny. You know, it was. But, you know, then he start drifting. Once he start, you know, getting with y'all, then all of a sudden he gonna start throwing his chain off more. He gonna say, oh, I don't like this block.
You know what's funny? I mentioned that when I noticed I seen Max coming around way more. I'm like, and I told this to Max a while ago. I'm like, Max, why aren't you just bitching at Gio for the same shit you doing?
He was. And you know me, bro.
Listen, I love to start, but I'm not even starting this because
I know.
Subject, right?
This is all facts. This is all facts. I know everything you speaking.
No, like I literally told that to Max. I was like, yo, because Gio got bitched at all the time from Max, and then Max is doing the same. And then I hear from all the gang members how, like, yo, Max is like coming to our block, getting on our radio before he's even come to
exactly.
To
you know, like,
was it the green one or
for the gang? I mean, that's not what you should be doing.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. There's no denying that we might got a couple fucking morons on the block. I know Curtis shot one of them down the other day, but to be honest, Roach, like, he might be fucking dumb, but he's not used to these streets. You know, that dude's from the fucking trenches. He been in the trenches for the past 6 months, you know, because that was Lil Lumpkin's homeboy. So he over there riding with Lil Lumpkin, you know. And to be honest, he don't know how to talk to motherfuckers too much. You know what I'm saying? That's just being real. He's not a socialist, bro. He's more, fuck you looking at, motherfucker. And he didn't even know Curtis. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's from the trenches where everybody presses everyone. That's just how it is over there. And
it's the South Side. It's the streets, bro.
Yeah. And you know, to be honest, you know, these motherfuckers, once Max threw off his chain. Now I'm gonna give you some full context here. I know I wasn't gonna go into full detail, but 2 days before Max, actually it was about a week before Max threw off his chain, Gio talked to me, you know, me and him, and he said, listen, I didn't even tell you this part. So Max supposedly, I didn't hear it myself, but Gio told me, and a couple other members told me, that Max was talking about, oh, I want to make my own gang because there's not enough competition out here in these streets. Like, buddy, how about you get out there and fucking talk to somebody instead of worrying about who's going to be a better shooter for you to fight against? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit.
See, the thing is, bro, it's not all about shooters.
That's like 2020 me. That's like 2020 me. You know what I'm saying? 2019
that's
Tyrone.
Like back in 2.0 days, 1.0 days.
Exactly.
That we used to do, you know?
Shit's way different nowadays. Shit is way different nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, and he I want more competition, blah, 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 blah. And Gio told me that. And he said, look, if you want to kick Max, then kick him. Honestly, I'm not even as cool with him as I once was. We barely even talk anymore. So if you were to kick him, I wouldn't even feel any type of way. I wouldn't even give a fuck. And this is God's, a hand of God. This man told me he did not fucking care for Max or what I done with him or what his, you know what I'm saying, if I booted him out of the ballers. So once he threw off that chain right in front of me, fuck am I gonna do? Yeah, I'm kicking his ass. Sure, he might have said he left, you know, by throwing his chain, but Max does all these crash outs all the time. It wasn't the first time. He probably would have came back around if we let him. But, you know, the fact is, I feel like these motherfuckers say, oh, well, if I leave Eastside Ballers, I could join Chain Gang. And, you know, once you get a taste of that power, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, once you get a taste, you know what I'm saying? That ring, you know what I'm saying? You seen Lord of the Rings, right? You seen Lord of the Rings once Frodo put that motherfucking ring on, right? But, you know, yeah, that's just how it be.
No, I definitely, that's why I came down here, because, like, it's a weird situation, because I want to work with Gio and help him out for the shit that he's doing, but you know, what do I do? Because it's a weird situation.
Yep. And so Gio tells me he don't give a fuck for Max. Kick him out of the gang if I feel like he's being disloyal or doing dumb shit. So I see him not even 5 days later do some dumb shit. I kick him out. I tell Gio, listen, I want you to blood him out. I want you to blood him out. You know, I want you brought him into this world. I want you to take him out. You know, obviously I was just being funny, but I did want him to kill him. You know, then he tried to set up some scene where he made it look like Max was dead and blood on the ground, which is cool. I would have respected it, and I would have acted like he was dead too. Even though when I pulled up, I knew motherfucker was passed out. I've been passing out for 20 fucking years, boy. What the fuck is you talking about? I know what pass out looked like versus someone actually dead. So I seen that shit, and I was going with it. And you know, I said, Siglo, check his pulse. Siglo goes down to be funny. Max jumps up with a gun, as he does. Guns down Siglo. Who would have thought? Never seen that coming. Like, Buddy speaks with his trigger, not his mouth. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and since then, honestly, I feel like I can't even trust Gio because I wanted him to do something that he told me that I could kick this motherfucker out the gang. Now, all of a sudden, it's a big problem. Like, in my opinion, I feel like when I told him to do that, now he's trying to play like this victim card. Like this motherfucker, oh, he want me to kill off Max. Nah, now's my time. I could go join Chain Gang. I'm gonna be out this motherfucker. You know, hey, by all means, go join them, gang. I ain't stopping you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I'm cool with y'all, so I respect that decision. If y'all want to bring him in, bring him in. I don't give a fuck. But the fact is, I really feel like his loyalty ain't lie with ESB. I know he's loyal to me, you know, but he don't like the boys in the gang that been holding it down before he's been holding it down, you know. And that's to me,
about Gio?
Yeah. You know, and to me, that's a problem.
All right, then what I'll do, I'll wait on your word. Then that's what I'll do.
I ain't gonna lie.
What's going?
I think I'm gonna end up parting ways with him. I'm just being 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you offering him something and him wanting to stay just because this offer, you feel me? Like, you know, and I feel like he would, you know,
because
so.
I know he really enjoyed doing that, and that's why
I
I wanted
100%.
to do it, but it was more out of respect for you. That's why I came down. I was like, oh, you know, fuck all that, you know, workaround shit. Like, I'll just come directly to you guys, and, like, whatever y'all need, I'll take care of it. We just got to get some contracts done, but now we're in a sticky situation.
Yeah, real. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, it's you know me, bro. I've been through so many motherfuckers, you know, trying to lead a gang and do shit like that. You know me, only thing I want is loyalty out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what motherfuckers do as long as they loyal to the gang.
Yeah.
You know, and hanging out with y'all ain't being disloyal. I've already told these motherfuckers thousands of times they don't care.
It's not disloyal, but your gang is your gang. It's that simple.
Yep.
Like if it push came to shove, like I'm riding out for my gang, whether I have problems with them or not. If there's certain individual, listen.
Yeah, it was
everybody
good.
Doesn't get along. Like even in chain gang, bro. There's people that can't stomach one another, but they don't say it. You know what I'm saying?
100%. 100%.
You ride out for the family, and that's just the way it is.
For sure. Now I'm not saying Gio wouldn't do that. Gio would definitely ride. If any of the boys came and said, "Look, I just got robbed," Gio would be in that car, fucking immediately, sliding on them, holding it down for purple. You know. But I just you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. My mind's kind of fucked up right now because like part of me, he's my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And I want him to stick around. I really do want him to stick around. But I feel like if I keep him around, he's just going to end up flopping on me, you know, in a matter of time, you know, because, you know, let's be honest. Gio's he's a likable kind of guy, and he's a stone cold killer, you know, like, let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, so I feel like, you know, he cool to have around, but, you know, is he going to betray me at the end of the day? I have no fucking idea. Hey, I've been betrayed so many fucking times, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to cut the head off the snake before it even happened, you know?
Yeah, I feel
and now with all his friends gone, he might feel even more lost, you know what I'm saying? But also the fact that I ain't been around, but I try to explain to this motherfucker, listen, you guys were holding it down. I didn't need to be around. I'm trying to better the fucking whole city, not just my gang. You know what I'm saying? I was out there trying to do something. I'm trying to inspire motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And you know what I'm talking about. You know, I like getting out there, making it look good for the whole city, not just my crew. You feel?
100%. 100%. I feel that.
And you know, I asked him many times. What he want to do, and he never give me a clear cut answer. Like, yeah, he riding with ESB for life, you know, or you know, he want to join Chain Gang. If that's what he want to do, then by so means do it, you know. But
I mean, I personally don't think like an out should be, oh, I'm gonna go join Chain Gang, right?
Well, sadly, like, so for you know, some people do look at it like that. That's just how it be.
Yeah.
Especially when you're so cool with you guys, you know.
Yeah, we have a fucking giant village already the way it is.
For sure. But, you know, it's always funny recruiting people in, you know, bringing them in, you know, messing with them, having them mess with people. You know, it's just how it is.
If push comes to shove, like, Gio, like, if whatever he decides to do, in reality, he's a good dude.
Oh, 100%.
And he can still do the shit he wants to do, right?
I agree.
So I don't mind working with him, but it's just, I don't know, like, is it going to be, I don't want it to leave a bad taste in y'all mouths, you know, if I'm working with him, whether he stays or not, you know, but then I have the respect for Tyrone because I know Tyrone for fucking, me and him are like fossils in this city.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be
I sold this motherfucker his first bag of weed when he came to town.
That's true. And Ming turned around and said, what the fuck is wrong with your voice?
So me being me and me being business, because I do a lot of business in these streets. No matter if we slamming you, no matter if we robbing you, we can rob you right now and you'll come about 10 bricks from me in the same 10 minutes.
That's just the way
I'm a businessman.
Been that way.
It's up to OG, it's OG call, but if it's up to me and you decide to continue doing business with Gio, rather outside of us, that's on you and Gio, brother. I'm gonna be honest.
I respect that.
But
like
that's
I said,
up to OG.
That's why that's why I came to
OG
Tyrone and you, especially Tyrone. Nothing against you, Smooth.
Yeah, 100%.
I know there's a lot of turmoil. The boys have been talking to me about it, and I was trying to figure out how I want to do this with him, but I wanted to get basically if you're good with it, whether shit goes bad or not, you know, nothing changes between us in a sense. And then if y'all need anything, you can just contact me. I'll take care of y'all.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, to be honest, I really don't want to lose Gio, to be honest, you know, but
yeah,
you know, if he don't want to be with the gang, and I don't know what he's thinking, then you know, I mean, like I said, if I wanted his ass gone, I would have just killed him off already, you know. Well, not killed him. I would have just kicked him out.
With him because he's a good dude.
Exactly, and I wouldn't even kill him off to kill him off. I would just say, look, you know, you gotta, you know, it's time for us to part ways. You know, it's not even like that. I don't even want to blood him out. He's done so much for the gang by out here clapping Draco fucking 170 times. That makes me proud. I hate that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Draco. Fuck Hades.
Fucking burgers.
And that's just being real.
Call themselves now.
Man.
Yep.
then I'll have a talk with. I'll talk with him. You guys got to do what you got to do now. You're in a meeting with them now, talking about shit. So do.
Hey, you can stick around if you want, hear it out, you know. But yeah, if
I'm
not,
just chilling. I'm doing my thing.
Let's
so.
roll.
all right, baby.
Yeah, I'm coming.
J-Dog, Benji, Jill.
I'm coming.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go.